And welcome to Top Row Reality episode double nickel. 55. I can drive 55.
Wow. I drive
Part 1.
70, but okay.
You can't drive 55 either. I can't drive 55.
You can't drive 55.
Yes.
Let's say I want to drive 70. I don't want to drive 55. That's stupid.
Well, fast there.
It's interstate, people.
Life in the fast lane, right here.
That's right. Not going on the fast lane of WrestleMania. We're the fast lane of Extreme Rules. See? New set.
We are. Well, Extreme Rules is going to be tonight,
It will be tonight. Hopefully you can see this. I think you can. Looks like
Bob
you
wire.
can.
Bob wire.
Bob wire 2x4.
I put it by me because you're just so crazy. You'd rip it off there and hit somebody with it. So I kept it as far away from your extreme self as I could.
I'd probably attack myself with it on accident.
So, well, let's go ahead and get started and talk about the wrestling news of the week on part 1 here of Top Row Reality on the YouTube.
On the YouTube, big stuff happening.
I have announced the NXT Takeover, the next special, May 20th.
It's coming up quick.
It's coming up quick.
I'm
glad. I know they skipped because it's WrestleMania. They didn't want to have nothing to do. So they've learned their lesson on that. Other pay-per-views, who cares? WrestleMania, no takeover.
Also, Dana White says that Ronda Rousey's WWE appearance is one and done.
Yeah, we'll see.
You know what talks and what walks.
We know what talks. Money.
Exactly.
Here comes the money.
So I mean, if he agreed to let her be there then, and she's already said I've got to make a way for myself to get back there again, then obviously something's gonna happen. He just wants to make a headline saying that one and done, one and done.
And hey, it's getting everybody talking. We're talking about it, so everybody's talking about it. So they have accomplished what they wanted.
Because there's 2 of us talking, that means everybody's talking about it. Yes. Exactly.
Now, there's one guy who's talking about returning to wrestling, but not to the WWE. He said WWE is off the table on where I will come back.
So either going to Japan, Ring of Honor, Global Force with Jeff Jarrett. They used to be co-workers, or House of Hardcore. Well, that's your big 4 right there.
Not in TNA?
He ain't going to TNA. That's your big 4.
And the man we're talking about is Goldberg.
Goldberg sucks.
I like
Just my opinion.
Force. I like your Global Force.
It makes sense. Jarrett knows how to make people happy. He knows how to get people talking, and
if he's coming back for a one and done, why not there?
Why not there? I mean, probably I wouldn't do the first taping to do their match, but he could come in and spear somebody on the first taping or whatever in Las Vegas, and then boom, headlines everywhere. We could be talking about it in a few months. Boom, headlines. It'd be cool.
Remember last week we talked about Eddie Gilbert's father, Tommy Gilbert, wanting to get some money
from WWE and ESPN.
Well, there was another wrestler, Stevie Ray, Stephen Ray, Sandy Beach. One of them, no-name wrestlers.
Sandy Beach. That's original.
Hey, look up UWF, Sandy Beach. I think he was their champion.
Wow. That's sad.
But he tried to get money out of ESPN, and then that got shot down in a court case, and he's not going to happen. It's not going to happen today.
So that means that ESPN won that, and the courts went with them.
Yes.
Courts are most likely going to go with the WWE on those situations.
So how could this have a big effect on WWE going forward?
Right. Absolutely.
We bought the rights. We paid for the rights. We get to show them.
Exactly.
Too bad, so sad. You should have signed a contract with us.
Yep. And even if you signed a contract, with WCW and stuff like that, if in those original contracts with WCW it didn't say on there, if it did not say you get part of the money from redistribution, then you don't get any money from it. Right. And on top of that, even if you did sign that contract with WCW or with UWF or whoever these other people are, once they get bought out, those contracts are null and void once those contracts are done being paid. all these people like Goldberg and like Hall and Nash and Hogan and all the people that stayed around and got the Turner money until the Turner money ran out, those contracts mean nothing anymore. If in the contract with Vince it does not say you get money for the redistribution of this match or any of your matches, then guess what? You don't make the money. Jesse Ventura, he knows the laws, and he somehow got that. He somehow got that pulled out of there. He figured out how to say, hey, you know, you better make money. I better make money off of you having my voice on there doing commentary. So he's made money off of that. But it's all about who you know and how much you know.
That's right.
So
you have that there. You have this here. So
all these little Joe Blows around here, they ain't gonna make no money off of it.
Sandy Beach.
Sandy Beach.
Yes. So.
It's so dumb.
It should be interesting to see. I mean, that's more things like, oh, I've got a concussion, or I want to sue you because you're showing me on the network.
Right.
And big news of maybe a future WWE superstar.
As Gargoyle likes to say.
Was backstage.
Gargoyle, our buddy, likes to call him man in the diaper.
He is the man in the diaper. He could be in the diaper again. That worked for
Yokozuna. It did.
But Samoa Joe was backstage this past Thursday on NXT tapings. Wednesday.
And he met with
Triple H.
Triple H about potentially signing with the WWE
in June.
So they could be finalizing details there.
And I wonder if the next Takeover special will be in June.
Weird.
That could be interesting to see.
Weird.
But let's talk about Extreme Rules, which is tonight.
Tonight, while we're filming this, it'll be
Sunday,
tonight.
yes.
So by the time you watch this, it'll already happen.
And you'll see how great our predictions are.
That's right.
We already put them on Facebook already, so no one can come in and go, well, you said it after the fact. How do we know you're that smart? Now, it's in writing on the Facebook page a day before the event.
Black and white, people.
So you can see how smart we are.
That's right. A couple of marks that are smart.
We are like the genius. Now let's talk about the tag team titles, which again is in the kickoff.
Every time.
Why? You have 8 matches. Usually 8 matches make up a pay-per-view.
Used to.
Now it's going to be 7 matches.
Too many sponsors, though.
Too many sponsors, too many talking the backstage for no reason.
Yep. That's true.
We have Tyson Kidd and Cesaro, the tag team champions, taking on
New Day. Sucks.
There you go. Now we both picked Kidd and Cesaro, but
I'm kind of scared that maybe since they're turning them heel, they may get the belts.
I'm afraid we may be wrong on this one.
They may have the third man come in there and help them win. Three against
men
2.
Against 2 men and a lady doesn't work too well.
That's true.
Then we have a Kiss My Arse match.
There you go. Dolph Ziggler and Sheamus and...
We both decided that Dolph. Now,
Dolph we were talking about this off.
Yes.
We were talking about this off camera. Yes, he may win, but if he does win, he's probably still gonna kiss Booty.
Yes.
And it won't be like Vince McMahon thing. Because we're PG around here. I'm thinking it'll be a donkey. I was just thinking it'll be a donkey. They did it in WCW. So why not? A donkey. That's what they would do. It was Dusty and Dustin taking on Flair and somebody else. I can't remember who it is because it doesn't really matter. But Jarrett, Flair and Jarrett, and they had to kiss. It said the match if they lost, they had to kiss Dusty's butt, and written on the back of the donkey said Dusty's
butt.
Exactly.
That's
how funny.
That's WCW.
That's WCW.
I think Dolph's winning, and Dolph will get a bro kick, which will take him out, and then Sheamus will grab him and make him kiss his butt. George tights. He's not going to pull his pants down.
No, he's not.
If he's white enough, let's don't see that white thing.
Amen. Then we have a last man standing match.
Roman Reigns. Okay, want to keep going on?
Big Show, exactly. Yes. Chicago Street Fight. Cock and Jerk, baby. Cock and Jerk. Chicago Street Fight
should be very good.
Ambrose taking on Luke Harper, who are 2 alumni from CZW. So they used to wrestle a lot against each other, so it's going to be a very good match.
Yeah, no blood.
No blood, of course not.
I like for them to go to the backstage. I like for them to do some stuff in the backstage.
That would be cool.
Because we haven't been back. This is the old 24/7 rule where anything can happen.
Right.
I would love to see that again. So let's take it out of the ring, go to the backstage. You can always come back, which a lot of people always do for some reason.
You know what?
Let's get anywhere. We're gonna go out.
I liked when there was
come back.
I like when there was a street fight actually outside.
Oh yes, I forgot about those. Yes, because that didn't been so long. It's a
Even-
street fight.
Even what was it, Eddie and John Cena, and it was like a parking lot brawl, and they were
Yeah.
actually backstage. All the wrestlers were back there, and they had a bunch of cars surrounding them.
Oh, yes.
Who would have thunk it?
Here's something. I know you're in Chicago. You got big bucks. Find a side street. Get cops out there. Block off the side street.
Exactly.
Be in the street.
Amen.
Do something different.
Different.
You just need a cameraman. You need, you have some more cameras you can put on the side of the building. So,
Exactly.
you're a multi-billion-dollar company. You can't make it be a real street fight. That would be
Gotta
nice.
stay in the ring. Let's stay in the ring.
Put some tables out there, some chairs that they can break. Some boxes that you made to fix so they break.
Exactly. And then we have the United States Championship Russian chain match with John Cena defending against Rousey with the Ravishing Russian.
Yes. It wouldn't surprise me if they don't go the old route of Rusev does the chain move, starts bringing John Cena around, picking him up so John's real close. Rusev tags. When he goes by, John tags.
Wasn't that what Eddie and JBL did?
Yes. It wouldn't surprise me.
And then he jumps over
He'll
him,
jump
and
over,
then,
yes.
Oh, I got the fourth one.
Yes, I can see that happen.
Of course. And then we have the Divas Championship match. Nikki Bella taking on Naomi. We were split.
That is the one we split on. The Divas.
Only one we split on. He said Naomi. I said Nikki's going to retain it because Naomi just turned. But I do see your point. Is Naomi just turned? Yes. So let's do Big Impact because guarantee if she wins it, then when Paige comes back from filming her Santa Claus movie, then Paige will come back.
Santa Claus, man, I thought she's hurt. She got attacked by Naomi. She's not filming this. She's out hurt.
Oh, she's not hurt. By the way, is Miz the only one that can film movies nowadays?
I guess.
My gosh. He just got done filming the Marine 4 crap because nobody's going to watch it.
No.
And now he's doing a Christmas movie with Paige. So Summer Rae has now been the first female to be in a WWE picture. Then Lana, along with Edge, which apparently they still have a good working relationship. And finally, now Paige is the third one. If I was the ones like the Bellas, they're married to the two top guys in the company, and Natalya, who's been there longer than any of them.
They can't get in the movie.
Like, what is that?
What does that say about them?
I'm telling you.
But yeah,
that's pretty
I took
sad.
Naomi. I think turning heel, she'll become the new Divas champion.
New attitude, new belt. There you go.
And you're sticking with old
I'm
fashioned.
gonna. I mean, you know, it's already putting on black and white on the internet, so I can't change it now. But
It's already put up there. But like I
It's already
said,
put up
I mean,
but I still
hey, who's Nikki dating?
exactly.
So
She may be the longest reigning Divas champion of all time.
she may be.
Got to beat Maurice for that, you know.
Intercontinental Championship could be happening, or it may not.
Or it may not. They're saying that he's going to be out for 5 weeks. We're talking about.
We've seen
Daniel
we're
Bryan.
saying he's being out. Yes, we've
And they're
seen
saying
that.
he's not even in Chicago.
We've seen he's not in Chicago. So either A, there will be nothing happening. B, they'll strip him the title and make Bad News Barrett versus somebody.
Yep.
Or C, they may just give the title to Barrett. Or D, they may just make Barrett wrestle somebody for no reason
Right.
and let Daniel keep the belt.
That's the reason to watch it.
That's so hard. There's so many things that could happen around this one.
But
Daniel could be there, get in there, short match, lose. It could be one bullhammer. They can mention concussion.
True.
Come in, bullhammer, 1, 2, 3. It could be a quick match like
True.
WrestleMania.
True.
So, there's so many ways they could go with this match.
I don't know if the Intercontinental title is a kiss of death or it just happens to be that Barrett's always hurt and that Daniel Bryan's always hurt.
It seems like it is.
Because now Bryan was hurt, but I watched the interview with him that was before the Intercontinental ladder match where he said that his training for the ladder match was a little bit different than when his training was going into the Triple H match and to the Triple Threat match because he was hurt. He already had a bad neck going into the pay-per-view.
Yes.
So that shows me right there they knew he was hurt before he won the belt, and they went ahead and went with it.
But you want the feel-good moment.
Of course you want the feel-good moment, but then it's like sucks because
you got crapped on it for
because
Royal
he
Rumbles.
loses the belt. He has to relinquish the belt. the little kid passes away, and his daddy passes away.
No, it was a bad year
at the same time.
Very bad year for Daniel.
Besides getting married,
and this year's not starting off.
Too great. Lost the Royal Rumble. You know, he said, "Hey, I'm doing my marching orders. I'm doing what I was told," but he said he knew it was going to be bad. He knew the crowd was going to react pretty bad. But then, you know, then you go and you still show with the ladder match, because the ladder match was pretty good, and then wins the belt and hurt right away.
Yes, got pulled from Europe. They took him off the tour from Europe with a match after a match with Bad News, and sent him back home. So we don't know. That match is up in the air.
But they're saying it wasn't Bad News, that it was a match back in the States against Sheamus that was for SmackDown.
Yep.
And I've heard a lot about Sheamus and people getting hurt wrestling Sheamus. But I've heard the same thing about Ryback. But my thing is, if they're hurting people and it's almost like a purposely done,
then WWE needs to control that.
Right, they're going to control that kind of stuff. So I don't think accidents happen, people.
Yes.
So
it's wrestling.
It is wrestling.
But okay, if they award Barrett the title and makes him defend it tonight,
he'll lose.
Yes, but do you want him to lose to somebody who's been Intercontinental Champion, or do you want somebody new to come in and be Intercontinental Champion?
We talked about this off the air, and I want Neville to get it.
That would be a good.
It would be a shock.
Okay, I like your Neville. I want somebody new myself.
Right.
I wouldn't mind Bray Wyatt.
Bray Wyatt would be interesting. We also talked off camera about Sandow because he has nothing else going on. That'd be cool.
Thing, so he's back to Damien.
And on the same time, you talked about Axelmania. Looks like he would lose and then come in. Boom. He's already been the Intercontinental Champion. But it would be pretty neat.
I like if they're going to go that route. I want to be somebody who's never been Intercontinental Champion.
Right.
I want somebody new and fresh.
Right. And Bray Wyatt's never won a belt, but I think they're going the Jake Roberts route with him. That he doesn't need to win a belt.
Yeah.
Which will be interesting. But last but not least, of course, is the steel cage match for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. And that is Seth Rollins going against Randy Orton and the RKO band.
And you have Kane as the gatekeeper.
Not the key keeper, whatever it's called.
Yes, he's the gatekeeper.
What was it called in the movie?
Ghostbusters?
Yes, what was it called?
He was a keymaster.
Keymaster. So I think that's what they got it from. But anyway, the gatekeeper. And so we'll see. Will Kane turn on Seth finally and go with Randy? You didn't help Randy, but I don't think Randy's going to win.
Or has this been a big, stinking...
Big ruse, you know.
And they've been buddies all along.
Exactly, and then he ends up...
Just stuck in Orton.
Right.
It wouldn't surprise me.
But that would spawn off and get Randy away from Seth, and it'd be Randy versus Kane, which would be a rematch from another WrestleMania.
Yes. At Payback, and you have Roman, who'd be the new #1 contender probably, since
he's going to be a big show. Yes.
Last man standing.
Woo!
And he would take on... Oh, good gracious.
Exactly. But we want to move on from there before we run out of time.
Yes, go on.
We will talk about House of Hardcore, Ring of Honor, WrestleCade news. We have no House of Hardcore news. But
we will.
We will. We will. I mean, with their TV deal,
Roku deal.
They got big things coming, so we'll be talking about that later on. But exactly. We want to talk about the Southern Wrestling Alliance. We told you last week that we will announce the main event, so I will go over the matches very quickly. The Reyes brothers will be taking on the Professionals. Dan Delicious.
Hey, Dan Delicious, yeah.
Taking on Bad Boy Leroy.
Oh, not Bad Boy Leroy.
Bad Boy Leroy. Rex Andrews, who is from ROW, Booker T's camp, taking on Kyle Matthews. We saw him last year taking on Paul Jourdain, which was quite a good match. And then we don't know who the opponents are, but we have Bullet Bob, Steve, and Stevie in 6-man tag action.
Again?
All the time. No, last year at Southern Wrestling Alliance, it was Bullet Bob, Steve, and they had to get a new partner. Stevie was in the ringside, but they got Mr. Fantasy.
Oh, yeah, Mr. Fantasy.
Mr. Fantasy, MF, that's right. And
watch your mouth.
Hey now, whoa. Triple threat to open the show. We already know the opening match will be Chris Ty taking on Cameron Frost and Christopher Slade in a triple threat. And the main event, which was announced actually on Sunday last week, but it was announced after we had already done filming. It will be Paul Jourdain getting the privilege, the honor, the distinct privilege of taking on...
Oh, yeah!
I could slap a tomato! Matt Hardy. I'm not joking on him. It just sounds funny. But anyway,
the current
TNA Tag Team Champion and WrestleCade Champion.
That's it.
No. and soon-to-be father. Yes.
Matt Hardy. Matt Hardy. Not Fat Hardy.
Matt Hardy. And we will hopefully be there. It'll be May the 30th, 2015, at the National Guard Armory. Yes. May 30th. I want to make a way out there. But WrestleCade has 2 new names. I'm not going to go over the old list, but that'll be later on towards November. We'll go over everything. Yeah. 2 new names, Luke Hawx and Gunner have been
Luke Harper, Luke Hawx.
Luke Hawx. Also, Ring of Honor, I will go over some of the names that we actually can pronounce. For War of Worlds,
you can't even say the name
English
of
words.
Pay-per-view. War of Worlds. World War III, that's WCW.
World War III. War of Worlds in Philly on Tuesday, May the 12th is day 1. Delirious will be taking on Guido. That's the only one that's kind of hard on this list.
Not Guido,
Guido. G-E-D-O. And then the Addiction will be taking on the Kingdom and the Young Bucks. Triple threat match, that'll be very good.
Oh, yes.
Red Dragon will be taking on Liger, Jushin Thunder Liger, and Tanahashi. That's an easy one. AJ Styles will take on a mystery opponent. All I had was a bunch of question marks. We don't know who it is. And the main event. Who could it be? Could it be a Ring of Honor guy? Or could it be a Japan guy?
Could be a new guy.
Because he wrestles in Ring of Honor and Japan, so you don't know. The main event will be both the Briscoe brothers taking on Okada and Nakamura.
Who decided to sign back with Ring of Honor.
Who's that?
The Briscoes.
Oh, the Briscoes, yes. And not WWE. Wednesday, May the 13th is day number 2, a 6-man tag main event. AJ Styles and the Young Bucks. So that is the Bullet Club taking on the Kingdom, which is Adam Cole, who is coming back from injury, Matt Taven, and Mike Bennett. 6-man tag main event right there. Ring of Honor World title, Jay Briscoe will be taking on Bobby Fish of Red Dragon. And a 4-corner survival match, Jay Lethal versus Nakamura versus Mark Briscoe versus Jushin Thunder Liger. Wow. That'll be a good one. And the Addiction will be taking on Guido and Okada. Exactly. In a tag team attraction match.
Keep your Okada to yourself.
Plus much, much more. And next week we will go over Global Wars in Toronto, Canada with the matches already announced. And that is on the 15th and 16th.
And before we go, I found the name of the guy who tried to sue ESPN. It was Wild Thing Steve Ray.
So not Stevie Ray. Don't think that Harlem Heat trying to go after some more money.
No, Steve Ray.
Steve Ray. So that is going to be it.
Look it up.
That's right. That's
I think he was taking part of Sandy Beach, which is a true person. Sandy Beach.
Oh, God. Horrible. That is a jobber's name if I've ever heard one.
Well, you should have seen him.
Woo!
He was a jobber.
My gosh. It's
well,
like Bug Zoom Off. Woo! My gosh.
Well, that is it for part 1 of the Double Nickel episode of Top Rope Reality. I tried to jump over a rope.
Whoa! Top Reality. No. Top Rope Reality. And I am Justin Carter. That is.
And I'm Michael.
And we will see you part 2 where we go over SummerSlam 1988. Wasn't even born yet. But you can watch it on the network for only $9.99.
Yeah, well, you can watch every SummerSlam.
Every SummerSlam. So we will be back for part 2 and let him hit his little slogan.
We'll see you in a few clicks.